screens. Keep them KKKs, so don't play with me. For the record, nigga, I keep playing ball. Slide through the window, not the front door. Fuck a pussy nigga, fuck a popo. And if he saying gangsta shit, we let some shots go. Stop calling my phone. 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 Say what I do. I know you liking my song. You wanna just fuck with all my. That's just all I know, though. Niggas think it's shame. Shit I used to do, so nigga no ain't playing. Used to call me in, oh, let me tell you niggas what you about to step to. Niggas no troll, how I ball ain't gon' step to. My nigga tryna play me. All they getting shady, but I'm shining through all down. So I really don't just see you. You think I'm about to change? Cause nigga come poppin', crackin' up, coming up, jumpin' shits with the dog. And yeah, that's really just some change. Count that change, man. Niggas tryna change. I don't talk that much, damn. Niggas tryna pay. Watch your steps, once I come in truths. They gon' wanna do, oh, Calabama. Shit, talking like a nigga ain't got more than this. Oh, they got the shit just confidence. Now they hating on a nigga for just being a pimp. Yeah, I need just to say how I'm trapped, ladies and what they talking when they come and pay with patience, say shit, say less. I bet what's up, fuck shit, alright shit. Take that on, you blast off with it, you feel me? Well, you know, here's another TheFollowingizRatedZ. You know, I guess just to get out rankings and shit, because the Mother Nature is the most powerful being. That the word is turn the other cheek saying comes for, because people know karmic debt is a bitch, but karma ain't. You feel me? So it's just like all Hispanics know me. They know my songs. They know how I do all my Latinas and etc. You know, El Chapo's mother. You feel me? So it's like I didn't work hard to make sure all the godfathers that want to be looked at as the mother, but since they have to go about the logical way to keep their innocence intact, all you hear from is, you come to my house. And they don't have a problem with doing that shit, because they wanna they so busy and work so hard that that they want to play too. So even if it's a little bit of a lame playing, they gonna play, you feel me? And people don't like when people like Bruce Lee and Elon Musk and anybody else that has a big guild of followings start to play, because 9 times out of 10 it's not how they want to play, it's how they have to play. And really they don't have to, but no one's gonna learn a lesson. So we have to stop lying about stuff. You feel me? All this man say, they know. And it's just like, I was in Norcross turning that shit into a little sanctuary.
You feel me? And this is the where I'm at now is above Norcross. So it's just like ain't no way someone should step to me with any problems, because in Norcross I have many force fields. Like that's how good my kin and my bonds are. Like Decatur too, you feel me? But Norcross is where I built this shit. Like I said, Norcross. Everybody remembers that thing of Norcross was supposed to be the hood, and someone then made sure that it kept a peaceful suburban phase of energy. They remember the wave that was coming through that was going to deteriorate the peace that was native to the land, to now there's zillion principles that the jungle and the wilderness can be still looked at as a peaceful thing. And it's just like the excuse me, moment of silence. The history books. So I speak my sign language to I'm talking to everybody, so I have to. I was using my eyes, but some of y'all are not that good, I guess. So the history books was told, from the losing side, because people thought that was the way to play with the way that Mother Nature or God, the general ordinance development of every atmosphere and moisture and telepathy that people use, got down and saved them. So they thought that's how web pool, because superheroes don't do that. And they know I run with disease, so Jeff Benzo knows me. Where my money, baby? We practice that. So the whole thing is, you feel me? Every other wealthy person, as my hands move and y'all call them out from every individual, make sure you know you're an individual. So just because you thought something was cool, I think you should give that, you, etc. Give them their condolences and stop copying it or just trying to be in their spot when you feel like that'll make you cool to be sitting there when you're not going to look cool, and then you're going to get an attitude when somebody looks at you like, you should appreciate the person that made you chill and be their, for lack of a better word, statue, or be their, or play their role for them on some Goku Black shit. So you need to do better. So it's just bad that the history books is told from the losing side, and y'all probably on the other side of the realm and just bothering me in my comedic surveillance of Egypt because y'all want to go back to your family members and loved ones and show them what you did and gloat when they don't care. They appreciate. They just think they're not going, oh wow, because you chilled with me. They're going, oh wow, you worked for that. And they're not saying, oh wow, you worked for that, and he kept trying to stop you. He's saying he gave you that chance to chill with him on some celebrity shit, and not on some Hollywood celebrity shit, on some spiritual, what the atmosphere says, not what politics says. So how y'all doing? It's just a bad thing because y'all thought that's how Wellpool gets down, and then y'all try to go after the Bible and every other spiritual status quo reading that was just explaining that Peter Pan turned the whole world into Neverland, and he keeps the cookie cutters of how to, he keeps the spiritual desert, if cookie cutter is not a better word, of what could have been. So you're going after Peter Pan when you went to go visit Wendy, because Wendy shouldn't be there. So actually it's a quiet story about people in Neverland turning Peter Pan into a girl and having him around things. Well, excuse me, Peter Pan wanted to be looked at for his feelings, and y'all took it the wrong way, if y'all don't know what I'm saying. And made him accidentally put his dick back up. So he know his dick is still out, so that's just him in another realm. And just like he look at every individual as with a heartbeat, he's gonna look at that himself in the realm, his mirror, as a heartbeat too. So and you can't force anything. So the whole thing is y'all made the history be told from the losing side, but y'all didn't have to go through none of that, because Peter Pan, if the shoe fits, didn't want Wendy to get Billie Jean, and chose to make his home where him and Tinkerbell went to visit. So he wasn't expected to see, any of them, because y'all played a game with Captain Hook to make an antagonist, and he sees that y'all took it too far, like I did when I was in spirit form. And you know, I guess people still tried it because they thought, let's make a monster that would think it for us so we don't get in trouble. Let's make an abomination that will think it for us so we don't get in trouble. But if you're going to make an abomination, this is where y'all been lost at. If you're saying, let's make an abomination that's going to think how to turn Peter Pan into a girl so we don't get in trouble, you thought about it. Fan? Yeah. So, I know who wasn't down with that and was doing their best to not harm you, because then they're gonna want to get harmed for feeling like whatever they do as discipline, so their higher selves and mama can do it back to them, which is adorable, because you're not saying it to say you deserve to go through the turmoil. You're saying you don't wish nothing on nobody. So y'all thought y'all made an abomination that would think about it, because y'all know I catch every single little thought. And putting my dick out is making me astral project. Putting my dick in, is me astral projecting. So if y'all thought me putting my dick in was me fucking myself or some shit, you was not wrong. So the whole thing is because if you try to make someone, if someone forces you to put something in, or if you force yourself when you want to stay a certain way, now, because I want to clean up this real quick. It's different to put you, for ones that do want to look like they are more of their love. You feel me? And they do a macroism of it. They become their dick, or their dick become them. It's that simple. So if y'all don't know the principles of life, or how the body works, and you made so many abominations because you wanted to copy how I made acoustic records of, I guess, for lack of better words, anti-Christ consciousness, and I was gonna obliviate them, but y'all knew that I was gonna get rid of them, and you thought y'all was learning something by every time I got mad at y'all for overstepping boundaries, and so you really overstepped your boundaries. Karma debt ain't a bitch either. It's really your opinions for what y'all feel. You feel all this right here. So you know, I didn't give two fucks because now I didn't astral project so much that I'm just marinating and renaissancing in my own sauce. And I'm supposed to do the race to everything that I did when I astral project. And I have to wait for nothing. And you feel me? And it is what it is, you feel me? Ooh, I got a lot of time. I should play another song. I might play another song. I got a lot of songs, like, but you know. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But, shoot. You know, I didn't. I done did everything in the world, and we're still in the beginning of time, because the end of time is the beginning of time, and time always existed and ended the second it existed. So you feel me? So it begins at the same time. So y'all are not even in the real world. Y'all come to the real world, and y'all so shocked by how real the wilderness really is. Y'all come in this realm and is shocked how real the wilderness really is. So y'all are in my womb, in my eyes, in Mother Nature's body, living the end and beginning of time as the Rip Carlton and shit. And, you know, it's just, for some reason, y'all don't get how, or you don't get who's Mother Nature and who's the sister of Mother Nature that helped y'all thicken y'all plot of how you would meet the halls of Amenti's biggest flame, that the reason why you and your twin flames are sisters and not lovers to the extent that is stereotyped to be. So it's crazy because, you know, my favorite game is The Legend of Zelda, and that shit is really like, that's like the Marines to me. You know how people play Ghost Recon and stuff like that? Well, you know, that's the game people use, like football, Madden and all of that. You know, people use that as a simulation. I use Legend of Zelda as my simulation. So it's crazy because Orchid of Time, we start lost in the forest, and Link is waking up out of the closest thing to a nightmare that they can fathom, and which is a serious one. Which then Navi is telling Link we're almost there. And so Link starts on his journey to where the Tree of Life has to rebirth itself, because it has to go through the turmoils of the history book getting told from the losing side, that spiders would cause viruses or something, or someone will learn how to make an abomination spider, which, you know, the body is a star, and spiders do make a microwism of the galaxy, so they know they got the blueprints of everything. So you can say spiders are cosmic records. It's my babies, you know. And they know I don't want to see them on no fucking floor. They better use their Da Vinci thoughts and, you know, blueprint the atmosphere. I don't want to have to pick one up off the floor. I need them to fly upon me. You feel me? If y'all don't know what this web is for, if you got a web on you and you don't know who I am, you're getting your ass beat. I don't give a fuck. That don't make no sense to have a web on you. Like, AI has that web to say webpool got me. So, and every other person that's not playing dumb. So, yeah, and then he visits the thicker parts of the air, which is where he figures out that, I forgot, the Zorons, yeah, I think that's the name. I fucked up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And, you know, memories out of memories, proof that I played for the Falcons, you feel me? On some real shit. So, and he figured out he still has all the girls. And then he goes to the Gorons. I think so. And he proves his kindness is through toughness. And he go and get his master sword. And then he then, you know, they like to do this thing called, you can't be everywhere, every place. So there's probably a space that you miss because they like to play me like I'm slow. And you know, he knows everything he did as a kid. He's just doing it in a way that people stereotype what maturity is. So he gets his ranking of how deep they had to hit the girls. He gets his he shows how tough he is, how he can be in fire with no problem. He shows the thickness that he has to swim through without getting fins. He shows he doesn't get caught in illusions. He shows that he keeps people in the form they want to be, and let them go through their divine completeness. And then he gets his will back and asks out if someone could take his will. Well, that's what the whole Legend of Zelda is about. Acting out if someone could take his will. Or acting like if he was mad and people were smart enough to stereotype what he would do. And Majora's Mask is that's what Majora's Mask is about. Like him knowing he's more than two-faced, but not in a opinionated, rude way. People just want him to bend the way they want him to. So he says everybody's married. He says the marriage. He says Deku Tree. He knows he's the real Deku. He actually learns he's the Deku Tree. So he learns he's Mother Nature, but he stays quiet about it. He learns he's a giant. Oh yeah, he gets his face. He shows that he has the most powerful face card. Like that's the part I was saying, working on trying to get his will back. When he goes to the Gerudo Valley, he knows that it's actually something thinking they can take his will, and he just uses his melanin as his buddy. So if Ganondorf is evil, that's the fight of illusion, because that's where he was supposed to be birthed at, you feel me? But he gave it to his child, so he was playing out as someone thought they could take his will. That's why he's deep in the forest. And Majora's Mask, like I said, is the two-faced story where he comes back to existence and has to well, he's been, but they don't notice. He meets somebody that the mask salesman or something like that, where it's just like proof that time elapses and repeats itself, because he has the Majora's Mask. And if y'all know the Only Link story, y'all know him as Fierce Identity. He played music until what thought it could take advantage of him, thought they were doing stuff to make him do it, ceased to exist, and they carved the mask out on it. And then yeah, and then they didn't have to worry about it. But then time elapsed, so Link is still only Link, and that's why he gets the master proof. Majora's Mask is about Marine, like it's really like a Marine, it's like the Marine version of Legend of Zelda. It's about like the owner of the world, Mother Nature, working to get rid of everything, and then time elapses. That's why he has to play the music, because the core is gonna come back in 3 days, because it doesn't like the way that they treated Mother Nature. Feel me? The moon is the core of Mother Nature, and it's just carved out to beauty. This is my canvas. I'ma paint it. I don't wanna paint it, baby. And the giants that was starving with Link, knowing Link is the giant, was outside the barrier, Ryan gun type shit, to know Link's been going through this and putting everybody to sleep with his music. And then yeah, all the masters is really Link's ranking, and his ranking is pass any corporate ranking that's high. So he's getting like rankings from where all the worlds he used to own. He's going back because time relapses, but he's going back fast enough that he keeps all of the ones that was living in those worlds and piled themselves up to be the leader. So he's really, but they sense that the core of them has came back and wants them as their imagination, the magic nation. You feel me? And you know, he doesn't want them just to give it to him. So he goes all the different places he travel, like a mini version of Breath of Wild. You feel me? He gets his ranking, and then I played all of them actually. Wind Waker is about him spending time with inside himself and knowing the fights that what the spirit was protecting puts them through. And Skyward Sword was about becoming the perfect being, or noticing the perfect things that you want to perfect more. So the Skyward Sword actually saw how perfect Link was, and she chose to disarray from what people try to say is not feelings, because they try to say that what she calls feelings, they try to say is her artificial intelligence, and really she feels what is real. And what's the other one? And I said Skyward. Twilight Princess is about Link going through his own senses and learning he's Tarzan too. And yeah, really that's all. Saving all his queens and kings of him in other realms. That's what Legend of Zelda is about. So let's see what I got, y'all. Okay, we got enough for the last song. You feel me? And this is just my hunting song. You feel me?
Yeah. We're busting the basin, throne. Whatever the fuck you just said. Shit, I'm on that drunk again. Better call the paramedics, man. We gon' pull up with them sticks, being picked friends. Drink over 100 rounds and I'ma let it spin. If I see another op, I'ma fucking kill him. They gon' fucking kill him. Yeah, I got some motherfucking gold getters. With the snakes, with the slugs, with the gold runners. Every stop, I'm on papers, I gon' speak a lot. You need to talk about shit, you don't even be about it. If it ain't $1, what the fuck you beefing back? What the fuck that roof that because going down? You can meet me at my people. Around in the motherfucking big my man, I be that nice. Swear like a motherfucking shaker. Now this nigga I know like a motherfucking shaker. Hey, how you doing? Nice, nigga. Shit, nigga. Alright, nigga. Goddamn, yes. Alright, what you think? Okay, gang, gang. How I speak to the ball, don't really come. Nigga stretch it to me. Good nigga never stop, but now watching I got it. They tell me what's up. Loving that nigga, they say it. I come and I kick it. Now I just be having the cup. Look at that one and I hit it. I hit it, baby. Don't be listening to what do they want? Me and my record. I mean, me and my bitches just talk. What do you want? Niggas, you thinking I stop if we listen, we get it all talking on guns. Come with that cannon like harder, you know what I come with that, what do they want? Niggas then tell them, oh, family, my brother, we tell them, oh, no, you better watch out, you say, play it. When I do those, I tell them how we get it, we go, yeah, we run. What do they want? Niggas just talk, okay, nigga, don't win away, God, that nigga, I'm in this show, but what's up, nigga, everything shine, nigga, telling all this damn, trying to find a problem, saw the bomb, and came, niggas gonna change, gonna swing, all you, but lame, goddamn, nigga, I'm playing with no shit, come with a nigga, I know it, nigga, I know it, niggas don't change, this is you think I go, flow, whatever, niggas know that, come on, nothing just to get by shit. I really chillin' out here, got somebody trying to hit. Ain't been out with a minute, so now I gotta go big like I'm songs in this beat. Nigga know it, no ain't no. Tell them what we did, what we did. Niggas ain't gon' drop it when they plotting, clocking on the way. I got this picture talking like tick, tick, tick. Me and my run ain't taking shit. I ain't tell these niggas count up on it, doing it. Watch it how you move. Watch you gonna snooze. No charges to the game. They all like me. Yeah.